While learning at home is always encouraged, sometimes it's best to take your education on the road. That's exactly what the folks at Aramco Americas have done, and now they bring their science experience to the Michigan Science Center. Joining us now on the Megacast is the Director of Programs at the Michigan Science Center, Anna Sterner. Thanks for joining us today.
I'm happy to be here, Tyler.
Appreciate having you on. So the Michigan Science Center has teamed up with Aramco to host an annual celebration of their traveling science program. Can you tell us about this event that's coming up on Wednesday, August 24th at the Michigan Science Center?
Yeah, this is our second year of Aramco Americas sponsorship of our traveling science program that is based right here at the Michigan Science Center. This program allows us to take all of the really cool experiences that you would normally get at a place like a science center, things like workshops, getting to do hands-on tinkering experiences, or getting to see one of our live demonstrations or stage shows. It allows us to take all those things that happen here in the building, pack them up in our really awesome science van, which was just recently stickered by Aramco Americas to get a whole new look. And take it out into the community. So you can catch traveling science at community festivals like Arts Beats Meets, which is coming up in Royal Oak. But you can also bring us out to your school or your library or even your scout group in order to bring all the really cool things that we do here on the road into you.
So Anna, I know that you have some of the different activities in front of you that, for example, of things people can experience at this partnership between yourself at the Michigan Science Center and Aramco on Wednesday, August 24th. Can you give us an example of some of the activities people can participate in at this event?
Yeah, so next Wednesday, the 24th, from 10 a.m. to noon, we're actually hosting an outdoor kickoff event where people can try out some of our activities, which are part of our Aramco Traveling Science program. One of my favorites we just developed this year is actually a game of food web Jenga. So I have that game in front of me here, and we won't play the whole game. I know Jenga is pretty fun, but this is kind of our unique spin on using Jenga, which is a really familiar and classic game, to teach about the stability of ecosystems. So the summer reading theme for this past summer, you might know, was Oceans of Possibility. So we really took that theme and thought about how we can inspire students and families to be good stewards of the ocean, even though we don't necessarily live near the ocean here, but impacts that we have here, even in Michigan and in our communities, have a greater impact on the world around us. So in this game, students will pull cards out of a deck, and those cards will actually simulate an event that happens in an ecosystem, something like an oil spill, or something like pollution getting into an ocean ecosystem or a watershed. And by pulling various cards and pulling various blocks, which represent different levels of a food web, you'll notice that over time, our food web Jenga game gets more and more unstable, especially because those cards are designed to really trick you, and they're designed to really show you the true impacts that it has. Now, as you remove them, eventually you remove most of the stability from our ecosystem, and it comes toppling down. This one, just like many of our other traveling science activities that we developed this summer with the support of Aramco Americas, we really want students to see themselves in STEM and think about a future in STEM and how STEM impacts their lives. So all of our activities, including this one, are also paired with a featured scientist. So if you stop by the event next Wednesday from 10 to 12, you can also get to learn a little bit about our featured scientists. For our food web Jenga game, we have Bridget Coughlin, who is the CEO actually of the Shed Aquarium in Chicago. But before that, she actually received her PhD in biochemistry, and in her role, she actually does a lot of work to protect ocean ecosystems around the world in a variety of ways. That's sometimes through doing research out in the real ocean, but she also partners with local baseball stadiums to help them reduce waste, like in the form of plastic straws, knowing that even in Chicago, far from the ocean, those impacts can have a global impact, which is something that Aramco Americas really wants to inspire students and families to understand. So that's just one of the activities that we have out for students and families to play at our event next week. But we also have something that they can make and take home. This is another one of my favorites. We are making spin art, which, have you ever made spin art before, Tyler?
I have, yes.
So generally you need this kind of machine that spins with an electrical motor, but if you have a salad spinner at home, which I know I do, and I very rarely use it for salad spinning because it's just maybe sometimes a little bit too much, but we can actually use this to create spin art in the exact same way, and you can actually use your own mechanical motion as the force to spin that paint around. So students who come to our event, they can actually make their own, I'm calling this one ocean current spin art, and you'll see why. But I'm going to drop a piece of paper in the center, just put a few drops of paint all over my paper circle here. And this is pretty watery paint, which is going to help us for the point of our activity. So when the salad spinner starts to spin, we'll be creating something called centripetal force, which is going to move the paint across as it starts to spin or rotate. So again, I'm doing that just by using the motion of my own hands. If you have one of these at home, you can totally try this out as well. It does involve paint, so I use super washable paint so that it comes right off, but if you don't want to do it in your salad spinner at home, stop by the Science Center. Use our salad spinners. We only use them for science, not salads. So after just a couple spins around the spinner there, we've created kind of a whirling, swirling piece of art that everyone will get to take home when they stop by the event.
mi-sci.org for more information on their event in partnership with Aramco Americas, happening next week, Wednesday, August 24th from 10 a.m. until noon. We're joined by Anna Sterner, She is the Director of Programs at the Michigan Science Center with us on the Megacast. Anna, what other sort of programs are also available right now or coming up at the Michigan Science Center beyond the Aramco Americas partnership that's coming up next week?
Absolutely. So if you stop by the event next week from 10 to noon, the Science Center is still open that day as well. So you're welcome to come on inside and check out all the cool stuff that is happening inside the building. Right now, we have a really special traveling exhibit on our science hall that's called Popnology. So that's included with your general admission. Everyone can go up and check it out. And it's all about pop culture and science fiction movies, but explaining the science behind them. So kind of explaining the movie magic, some people might say, behind some of those kind of scientific concepts. It's also really cool because if you've seen some of these classic movies like Alien versus Predator or Back to the Future, we spend a lot of time in the exhibit talking about some technology that back then we thought could only be part of science fiction, which now is actually a total reality. Things like self-driving cars, which back in the 80s we thought, no way could that happen, only in movies, right? But those types of scientific advancements are actually happening right now, even here in Michigan. And so students and families can be a part of those industries now and also learn about them by stopping by the exhibit. And that exhibit is only here until the end of September. It leaves on September 30th. So stopping by next week on Wednesday for our Traveling Science Kickoff Party is a great chance to come on down, see something cool outside, and then check out that exhibit inside.
And even beyond the outdoor and the indoor activities next week and beyond at the Michigan Science Center, there's also a lot that people can do to participate in all the fun and the learning experiences online. Can you tell us about some of the online experiences too, Anna?
Yeah, so our website is full of resources that are designed for students and families who are learning at home this summer, but also for educators as we prepare to kick back off another really awesome school year. I know that we are really excited for this year of school. So people can connect with us online through our Echo Live program. So we do facilitate virtual free webinars, which everyone can tune into. They can check out a cool demonstration or see an engineering challenge, which they can then take home and try at home in some cases. And then, of course, we like to do some do not try this at home science on that show as well, because that's what we do, is we like to do the kind of more dangerous, maybe a little bit too messy stuff here at the Michigan Science Center. But those things are super fun to watch online, or if you get to see them here in person, even better.
More information at mi-sci.org, mi-sci.org. For more information from the Michigan Science Center, we're joined by their Director of Programs, Anna Sterner, on the Megacast. And again, as she mentioned, Echo Live, 171 episodes and counting. You can watch them all back on their Facebook page as well as on YouTube by going to their website, mi-sci.org. And you can also join them live for the new episodes too by following them on their website as well. And as you and your team are working on putting together new programs at the Michigan Science Center, what are you looking for to kind of expand on what programs you've already had, but also continue that reputation of interactive experiences that really get the whole family engaged, but also are focused on some of those younger people and learning the sciences?
Yeah, absolutely. So we like to say here that our role as a science center is really to put you at the center of science. No matter who you are, whether that's you as a student, we have fun things for you to try. We have experiments that you can do at home, things that you can try here with us inside the building. Or if you're an educator, we are always trying to design new experiences that help you to support your classroom learning. You know, we're in a really unique spot as an informal learning institution where we really get to inspire curiosity through things like playful learning or exploration. So students not necessarily being quizzed or tested on something that they'll be reading in a book or being tested on later, but really allowing them to have that curiosity to be good stewards of the world. We want to inspire people to use science and understand science in order to understand the world around them. Just knowing that that's part of your life no matter what, whether you choose to go into a science degree or a science career, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math are a part of all of our lives. So even you and I connecting right now, there's so much STEM going on. It's incredible. So just having students to understand the world around them is really the work that we do. And we are always interested to hear from our community. So from our students and families, from educators, from librarians, from community members and community partners, we want to be your science hub. So however we can help people, reach out to us, visit our websites, come visit us, because we want to keep designing new programs that are designed to suit you and what you are learning.
We're joined by Anna Sterner on the Megacast. She's the Director of Programs at the Michigan Science Center with us on today's edition of the program. You can find more information on all of their programs now and in the future by visiting mi-sci.org. That's mi-sci.org. And again, their upcoming event celebrating traveling science programs with Aramco Americas joins them next week, Wednesday, August 24th, 10 a.m. until noon at the Michigan Science Center. 10 a.m. until noon, August 24th. More information can be found on their website at mi-sci.org. And again, as Anna said, the museum in total is open as well. The Michigan Science Center remains open during that day, so you can join them for the 10 to noon event with Aramco Americas and then head inside for more fun all throughout the day. Anna, just another couple minutes with you before we'll say goodbye today. Anything else that we haven't discussed today that would be interesting for our audience to keep in mind, or things that they should be looking out for in the future from the Michigan Science Center?
Yes, absolutely. There's always new stuff coming. So like we said, our Popnology exhibit is here until the end of September, but keep your eyes out. Follow us on social media and check out our website to hear an announcement about the traveling exhibit that is queued up and coming next. I'm not allowed to tell people just yet what it is, but I am super excited for it to be here, and it is a great one for students and families and field trip groups alike. But we are most excited next week to kick back off our traveling science program for another year. Last year, we served over 46,000 people in just 12 months, and those people were all across the state of Michigan. So we go as far as the UP and even to Ohio in a couple cases, but the majority of the work that we do is right here in the Tri-County area. We visit schools and libraries right here in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb County, and we are always looking to bring new experiences to you. So we are very excited for our event next week. Remember, that's taking place August 24th from 10 a.m. to noon here at the Michigan Science Center. You can reserve your tickets to come in the building online just by visiting our website, mi-sci.org. And like we said, follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, in order to see all the exciting updates that are coming next.
Well, Anna, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much.